The second half of the Friday Night Blitz kicks off with Irmo hosting region rival White Knoll in the 5A Division II quarterfinals. The winner goes to the lower state championship. Watch Dre Dobson dropping back, and he will hit Corey Miller. Oh, that is beautiful. Corey wide open. It is a 7-0 Irmo advantage on defense for the Yellow Jackets. Watch Jamar Grissett off the tip. And that is one of his 3 interceptions on the evening. A hat trick for number 4. 14-0, Irmo leading at halftime. Third quarter, though, White Knoll comes roaring back. Jace McKeever, after Irmo took a 2-touchdown lead, Jace McKeever will drop back and he will find Tyler Brown. And there's Tyler right there. Tight window, scores. White Knoll on the board, and then it's reigning News 19 Player of the Week, Caleb Geronimi. Out of the Wildcats scoring, 14-all, but Irmo wins it by a final of 28-14. They will host Berkeley next week for the lower state title. 5A Division I, 4A former AC Florida Ben Lippin head coach Reggie Shaw and his Byrnes Rebels facing Dutch Fork. Head coach Tom Knotts. This is very familiar territory for him. The winner goes to the upper state championship. Second quarter, scoreless game. Dutch Fork knocking at the door. Quarterback Jackson Knotts lunges, trying to score, but the ball is knocked free. Officials rule it is a fumble. And Byrnes recovers, and we remain scoreless. Byrnes quarterback Kane Rogers slings it, tip, caught by Jackson Berkeley, who has it, and then he doesn't, and he fumbles, and Dutch Fork recovers. And that will set up Kyle Henry, who's been money for the Silver Foxes this year, out of the backfield. And Henry will score from 7 yards out as he turns the corner. And it took a while, but Dutch Fork finally on the board, 7-0 Silver Foxes. Third quarter, Dutch Fork has it again, close by, and Sheldon Shine. Oh, they've got him? No, they don't. He squeezes out of that mess, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. And Dutch Fork, they're back in the upper state championship game, going for a 4th consecutive state title. 21-0 the final. Dutch Fork defeats Byrnes. Ridgeview on the road facing the Dorman Cavaliers. And a steady diet of Ridgeview running back Spencer Bobian. Good yardage by Bobian. He's been quite the weapon for the Blazers this year. And they go right back to number 23, and Bobian scores. And Ridgeview's on the board, but on defense for the Cavaliers, Clemson commit Contavious Anderson with the stop, and then Dorman will get the offense going. And they win it by a final of 35-14 over Ridgeview, so the Cavaliers moving on. In the 3A ranks, a pair of 12-0 teams squaring off at Mike Ware Field. Newberry hosting Loris. A trip to the lower state championship on the line. Loris opening up the scoring with Khalid Sherman hauling in a quick pass, scampers in. 7-0 in favor of the Lions, whose uniforms look very familiar, like Swansea's in a way. After trading 3 and outs, Newberry has the ball on its own 10. Lions forcing Kenton Caldwell out of the back of the end zone for a safety, so it's 9-0 in favor of Loris. Ensuing Loris drive, Zamir Gerald finds Jacobian Lewis, who slips 2 tacklers before being brought down at the 3-yard line. Loris would score 3 plays later to make it 16-0 in this battle of unbeatens, jumping ahead to the second quarter. Lions up 23-0 at this point, but here come the Bulldogs. It's Caldwell, the keeper, burst up the sideline for a big gain. And he finishes the drive 2 plays later for Newberry's first touchdown. As the lefty drops back, and he says, I'll just do it myself. And he's in for 6. Next Bulldog possession, Lions up 30-7, 20 seconds until half. Caldwell scrambles and finds Cash Brown. So it's 30-14 going to the break, but Loris wins it by a final of 51-21. They will travel to Oceanside University next week in the 3A Lower State Championship game. The Griffins of Fairfield Central on the road facing the Clinton Red Devils, defending state champions. The Red Devils are. Caden Diggs pass to Dre Walker, tipped away, and hauls it in, waltzes into the end zone. Big play by the Griffins. A little bit later, Caden Diggs, the Tyquarius Shannon for another touchdown for Fairfield Central. The offense clicking. And they were making an early statement on the road up in Clinton, which is they have a great venue up there at Clinton. If you ever go check it out. Griffin's also getting it done on defense. Brenton Mack. That is an INT. And that will lead to Diggs hooking up with Shannon for another touchdown in the back corner of the end zone. Oh, that is nice. And then the next quarter, Fairfield Central goes on the road and beats the defending state champions 42-7. Big win for Demetrius Davis and the Fairfield Central Griffins. They are moving on to the semis. Okay. And let's go to Manning. The Monarchs of Manning taking on Hampton County. The visitors already up 7-0, and they strike again. Terrell Grant on a zone option. Keeps it and finds pay dirt coming right at you. 14-0 Hurricanes. Now Manning's going to try to climb back into this one, going for it on fourth down. Lavelle Stevenson on the keeper. Moves the chains, and the Monarchs are in business. And that leads to John Tavius Canty finding the end zone. They missed the two-point conversion try, 14-6. Manning down 8, but the Hurricanes wouldn't look back. Jalen Singletary makes his way to the end zone. And he would find the end zone again in the second quarter, and Hampton County cruises into the 2A semifinals with a 56-6 victory over the Monarchs of Manning. And finally, Camden on the road at Westside, a rematch of last year. The Bulldogs looking for revenge. And early on, it's Westside. Bear Woods, the younger brother of Cutter Woods, gets the offense going for the visitors, or for the home team, I should say, and then Westside powers it in for a score. And this was a thriller. And the final score, Camden falls in double overtime by a final of 24-21. Tough loss for the Camden Bulldogs. All right, the Friday Night Blitz is in the book. Stay with us. We'll be right back.